Hello, welcome back to Crafty TV. I was going to say, it's Wednesday. None of you know what day it is anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? What you need to know is that it is our Creative Cravings show. It is the one chance of the week. Well, we let you ask questions all the week, but it's the sort of destination hour of the week for us where we all learn together. So if you are a beginner crafter, you're going to absolutely love and adore this show. If you're more experienced, there's still going to be lots of tips and hints and techniques you can pick up. Maybe you're thinking about trying a different type of craft for the first time. This is absolutely the show for you. Get all of your questions in. We can really take it back to basics for you. I'm monitoring the questions over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. So, I mean, Creative Cravings is always exciting, but it's even more exciting when we've got the Queen of Crafts companion herself in the building. Good afternoon, Sara, how are you?
I feel like I need a tiara with an introduction like that. I tell you what, do you know what? I love doing Creative Cravings because it's about going back to basics. It's about learning some new techniques. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at edgeables. Do you know what, of all the things I've picked up, I haven't got any with edgeables on. We're going to look at some edgeables. We're going to do a bit of 3D embossing with one of my, no, I'm going to change this, with my all-time favourite. Oh yes, that takes a bit of saying, my all-time favourite embossing folder ever that we've done 3D embossing wise. And thought we'd do flower forming, but I thought we'd do something a little bit more advanced, like how to make this wonderful rose. So I'm going to teach you how to do this, Joe. I haven't shown you this one before. I've shown you a lot of kind of basic flower forming techniques, but I've never shown Joe a rose before. So I'm going to teach you that, Joe. The only issue with all of this crafting is, Joe, it can get a bit messy. It can get a bit messy. However, today we have solved the messiness problem. Isn't that right? And actually, you can thank this man for that.
Yeah, absolutely. These were on the HSN preview a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, what about our Crafters TV views? I think they're going to absolutely love and adore these aprons as well. So we managed to secure an amount of stock exclusively for our Crafters TV customers. So you won't find these in any shops at the moment. You won't find them anywhere else other than, of course, on HSN in the USA. Now, we launched it this morning in our masterclass show because it was meant to be for this show, but I got a bit of a sneaky peek heads up. And I need to let you know that over 40% of the stock went just this morning. When these have sold out as well, I don't know how quickly we'll be able to get these back in stock. Sara seems to think it might take us upwards of sort of 6 months to get these back in once they've gone. So definitely get your orders in on these. You've definitely got enough time to pop these in your basket and have a little look at what's coming up in the show. When we get to a sort of critical phase where you need to check out, I'll let you know. I don't want you to have to check out now and then wait to see, because you're going to want all this fabulous stuff and then have to check out again. But over 40% of the stock has gone. So if it's just the apron on its own you're after, then I would probably check it out immediately. Now, on Creative Cravings, we always bring you a hero tool, and it's a tool that's a real staple of a lot of your crafty stash already, and especially if you're new to craft, something you should definitely consider stocking up on. So these are the magnetic sheets. Now, these magnetic sheets are designed to go into your A4 storage binders, and what they do is they allow you to store all of your dies nice and neatly on your magnetic sheets, so you can see exactly what you've got ready to go. Now, you get 3 of them in each pack, so normally they would be just over £4 each, but you, for $6.99 today, oh actually no, they'd be $6.99. Do you know what I thought they were? I thought they would buy one get one half price, and then I've just realised they're not. They buy one,
you get one free.
Absolutely, they are. Grab those. They'll only last for 24 hours. That hero tool. So make sure you grab them whilst we've got them. There's loads. There's loads in the show. Where should we start? We've got 5 fantastic Try Me collections for you in this show, which are just beautiful. Let's start with the. See these? See all these? See these? See all these? These are not for you. Let me just take these off of here because these are for me, so I know what it is. And I put these on before the show, so I'm organised and know which is which. But then what I'm meant to do is, before we come live, it's somewhere we'll cut this bit out afterwards. When we come live, I'm meant to take these off before we start. So there you are. Now you know. If you see it Crate and Craft, sometimes it's like plastic packages, and you see people scrambling to get rid of them. Anyway, let's start with the edge. We'll cut that bit out later. later. So let's start here with the edgeables. Now, edgeables so popular. If you want loads of ideas of what you can do with edgeables, Sara did an edgeables masterclass not so long ago. So you get 2 edgeables in this collection. So you're going to get this one here, which is the delicate lace border. Now, can you see what this adds? It adds that real beautiful, delicate, lacy trellis along the edge of your cards. You're also going to get in here as well your elegant peony, and that's what's adding all of that beautiful detail there. But it's been used twice here, so you can use it over the edge of your card just as an edgeables, but it's also been used around the edge of the sentiment here as well. So lots of different ways and techniques in which you can use these. You'll also get the A4 linen luxury cardstock as well included in this bundle for you. £20 in the UK, $26 if you are in the US. Now the flower forming bundle is the next one we're going to have a look at down here. Look at how gorgeous this is. Beautiful flower techniques that you're going to be able to create on here. And of course, flower forming is so great. Our flower forming is so wonderful as well because it's been heat set, which means that it's not going to collapse. You can see just how much depth and dimension you've got on there. In this collection, you are getting 2 different die collections. So you're getting your 3D layered rose and your 3D layered daisy. You're also going to get as well your stamens in here, and you're going to get the flower forming foam within there as well. £23 or $31 if you want to go for that. Now the next one we've got is the foiling collection for you. Now what you've got in here is the embellished frame. Now this is just gorgeous. You can see here this beautiful foiling detail that it adds for you, and then what you've got is you've got the roses that you can add onto there as well, which just bring this alive. You're going to be able to bring into there all of your different colouring mediums that you might so wish to use as well. You will get as well a roll of foil included. It is a lucky dip on the foil, so it may be rose gold, it may not, it may vary, so just do bear that in mind. You want to go for that one, that's a great try me price to get the foil and the stamp die as well, £15 or $19. Right, the next one we've got is the stamping and embossing, which is this one just here. Now let me just show you what you've got. So let's start off with the embossing folder first. So the embossing folder is gorgeous. It's this beautiful peony corner that we're looking at here. It gives you that wonderful deep 3D emboss. Of course, the thing is about our embossing folders is that they're 3D, so it's multi-dimensional, and it really does give you a great depth to your project. You've then also got in here as well the monogram frames. Now these are fantastic. If you are thinking about doing some kind of invitation, you're going to absolutely love these. You can stamp it out, you can do the personalization, you've got all of your numbers, you've got your months in there as well. It's a gorgeous collection. Not only that, you're also going to get as well the matte mirror card in here. 24 sheets of the matte mirror card, £21 or $28 gets you all of that one. Have I got them all in there? Have I done them all? I think so. Have I done the stamping one as well? Oh, I've done them all. Sorry, I take it back. If you want to get all of it, now the best way to get the best value, of course, is to get all of it. And when you do that, it's £85 or $110, and you save a quarter when you get it in that configuration, which is fantastic. So loads in there for you as well. When you get all of them, what you're also going to get as well is the 2 bonuses. Now the bonuses are the 6x6 and the 12x12 paper pad, which has got this beautiful foiling detail on it. They are available individually if you want to get them there, and they are selling very quickly individually. However, you'll get them included when you get that main bundle. So you get it in the 6x6 and you'll get it in the 12x12. And these paper pads are always so incredibly popular whenever we bring them to you. So do snap that up. Right, I'm going to go back to the comments. I will be monitoring these. Get your questions in. We'll do a crafty clinic in this show, and I'd love for you to get any questions at all that you might have in. But for now, I'm going to hand you back to Sara.
Yes, I've been reading the comments, Joe, while you've been chatting. Cindy Sue saying the purple does look good on you. You need a full CC purple shirt. We'll have to sort that out, Joe. Loads of people saying happy birthday. Thank you, guys. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm taking the day off with the kids, and I'm going to say we're going to have a lovely fun day. We have to do homeschooling all day, and then in between that, we'll hopefully do some stuff because they're back to school now. It's just the school of Sarah and Simon, as it was. So we are Susan Johnson, which is weird because that's my mum's name, Susan, so it freaked me out a little bit when I thought, my mum's watching. No, she's not. Happy unbelated birthday. Is that what it is if it's a day early? Happy early birthday. Caroline, this cracked me up. I bought some of the magnetic sheets earlier and was looking at them, and in an instance I heard in Sarah's voice, you buy one, you get one free. Yes, you do, Caroline. And Nicole's asking, are they magnetic on both sides? No, because if you think about it, then when you put them together, they'd all stick and pull together. So they're magnetic on one and they are flat on the other. They've got the white finish so that you've got the, you can stick your acrylic stamps. So when you've got dying stamp sets, you can put the stamps on the back. Up here for thinking, down there for dancing, as my dad used to say. Right, anyway, I'm doing your job, Joe. I'm going to put my phone away, I'm going to do your job, and we're going to get on with the show. So, edgeables, right, let me see where we would get started. Let me show you. So with all edgeables, for those of you who are brand new, this, if you're going to get started with edgeables, has to be a brilliant way to do it. Now, let me just show you. The idea with an edgeable is it doesn't have a cutting edge down here. So it starts cutting here, it runs all the way around and it stops cutting here, which means it stays connected in your card here. Now, I'm going to use that in quite a unique and innovative way. I'm going to use it on the side of a card. So that I love, oh, I absolutely love this beautiful card. So what a colour this is. I mean, just beautiful. Now, here's what I do. So you can see there, this is perfect because you can see everything I'm working on, right? I'm going to measure this. So this is 5 inches. So as long as I do a card less than 6 inches, this is going to make a nice edge point, right? So what I'm going to do is just bring in my scoring board. I'm going to score this into a 6-inch square card. Well, actually, it's A4, so I'm going to go 1 less than 6. So it's 5 7/8 of an inch, which will give me a lovely half-fold card, all right? So we bring that in. Then you can bring in your guillotine, and I'm just going to trim this to the same inch wide. So 5, there we go, 5 7/8 of an inch to be very precise on there. Now, let's just get that moved out of the way so I don't step into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my edgeable down the side so that it gives me that beautiful pattern running down the edge. Now, a couple of little tips. What I would say is use your tape and don't stick it this side because this is where it's going to stay connected. Stick it where it's going to come away, right? And then when we open this up, you're going to pop it onto your Gemini machine. So I'm going to put my clear plate and put this on. Then I'm going to go with my frosted, my magnetic, and then my other clear plate on the top, right? So that's the sandwich combination you use. Now, yes, I'm putting them through the Mini, but these dies will work with any of your machines. The die will fit through your Gemini Mini, it's the Junior I'm using, sorry, not the Mini, will fit through the Mini. However, the idea is that you're going to position it on your card. So I've positioned mine over here as opposed to, that's the width to fit through the Mini, but then it doesn't stay connected on the card. Now, watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take out the magnetic. So I'm going to leave everything else in, then flip it over, right? Take this one so that stays, do you know what? I was trying so hard not to move it and I've just moved it. But to be honest, it's such a lovely deep emboss. So it doesn't really matter, right? If I don't want to send it through to emboss it again. And then all you do is you chop this bit down here and you chop that bit there. And then what happens is, you see, that stays connected in the card. All these little bits will just pop through really easily. And you can see that stayed connected. So you've got that lovely kind of detail on the edge. Now, just to make that up into a nice simple card as it was, what I'm going to do is I'm getting obsessed with getting all these little ledger pieces out. If you send it through an emboss, you see, you don't generally need to do all of this. They just all kind of fall out in front of your fingertips, right? So there's the edging on my card. It's going to look better when I have something behind it. So I'm going to use, let's just get all this, let's keep myself nice and tidy and organised. It's a gorgeous colour, this one, mind, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. So if I put that to one side, in this pack, by the way, let me just show you. Oh, I've lost one. I've got two. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see what you get? You get that lovely pink. You get the gold and then also the green. And then you get this lovely, like an intense gold. So this is your really subtle. It's subtle. So beautiful, subtle gold. Then this is your brighter one. Brilliant for contrasting the mats and layers. So we have that set, but we also have, just so you know, in the card and paper, we do a lovely set of vellums. So we do different kind of shadings on your vellums. I'll bring them all out so that I can show you all of them. Here we go. So you've got your, like your plain white, you've got that gorgeous gold. All these are available individually, or they all are in that big collection. I feel like I'm showing you all of the, the vellums aren't in the big collection, but it's available individually on the website. We've got the luxury linen card, so the same matching colour effects, but with those linen effects in the card, right? And then also, this is the one I'm going to use, that beautiful 12 by 12 pad. I'm going to just give you a little flick through it, okay? You can see the designs. Now, the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6 are exactly the same patterns. They just made smaller. So for all this is brilliant for your big, large scrapbook papers. Also, if you want a nice big background, these will cut into 4. But they've got a bigger kind of size print. Oh, how fabulous is that? Imagine that with the vellum on there as well. So they've got a bigger size print on them than what you would have. Yeah, I love these. Honestly, this card pack, I would say as well, it's always the card packs that are the first to go in the collections. If it's something you love, you can buy double, you can buy extras of just the card pack. Have a little look on the website. That's the 12 by 12. My 6 by 6 is eluding me right at this moment. I have had all, there it is. See, it's underneath here. It's exactly the same. But can you see the designs? Let me get one of each. Right, so if we've got that one and we get that in the large, can you see? It's exactly the same print, it's just scaled down. So you can see there where we're getting to. Now what I've done is I've taken this and I'm going to put this inside my edgeable sheet there just to show it off. So let me show you, because I happen to have one that I have cut ready, right? So I've just cut it a little bit smaller to fit over top of the green so that I've got a little bit of matting and layering. And I'm going to layer all of this up inside the card. Now this is where you could also stamp your beautiful sentiment for the inside. It's a really nice simple one. So if you're just wanting like a quick card to do, I always think the edgeables look really, really effective. Right, so we'll get you stuck in there beautifully well. And you see when that edge comes over from the front, you've got that beautiful design showing through. Now we just need to do something for the front. So what I thought we'd do is cut a little bit of the gold, but run it through the embossing folder. So we've got the other embossing collection. I'll get Joe to run you through them all in a second, but also, obviously, all of these are in that main collection. What I'm going to do, because you can see from the overhead there, I'm going to position this. It's not the size of the whole folder, so I'm positioning it just to get exactly what it is I need in the shot there. In the shot, in the surface of where I'm embossing, right? So for my embossing, when you're doing your 3D embossing, you're going to take, oh, you can tell I've got new plates out today, can't you? You're going to take your base cutting plate, then your magnetic sheet, and then your frosted plate. That's the sandwich combination you need for the 3D embossing folder. I know a lot of you watching, I'll be our core people who've watched me do loads of embossing before, but you've got to remember we get loads and loads of brand new viewers every week, and Creative Cravings is the place where people come to learn all the beginner techniques. So how fabulous to be able to do this sort of emboss technique. And do you know what, I'm going to let you have a good look at that on the close-up, because that there, when you see it, it looks like real metal on that lovely kind of polished gold finish. And can you see like the buds, how they are 3D? The difference between regular embossing, see, and 3D embossing is you would have for regular embossing, it's flat, then it's embossed, then it's flat again. When you do 3D embossing, everything's curved, it's all sculpted. So each one of those rosebuds is sculpted around the rosebud. It's like the difference between when you go into one of the shops and you buy a card, which I know none of us do anymore, but you go and buy a card, you buy that card, and if you look at ones that are embossed, you look on the inside, they're always sculpted out. That's because the moulds that they've been made into are quite high-end, expensive moulds. That's what we do with the 3D embossing folders. I can see it here. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, but you will be able to when you get this home, and you get that gorgeous sculpting into each piece of the embossing folder. And of all of the 3D embossing folders we've ever made, this one just shows it off fantastically well, right? So that's just going to show that off nicely. And then this is going to go onto the front of the card, right? That's going to go onto here like this, and then that is a really quick, super simple card with that gorgeous edgeable in there. Doesn't that look lovely, Joe?
Really, really gorgeous. Very busy on these collections because there is so much that you can do with them, which is fantastic. So the edgeables, really, really busy there. However, the whole collection is where you get the best value as well. Now, I've got some questions coming in for you, Sara.
Oh, yes, yeah, we have.
Lots of people asking about these. Where have I put my questions? Here they are. About emboss and deboss.
Yes. Would you want me just to run that through again?
Yes, please.
Oh, here's one that I've run through, right? So, when we're on an emboss, you can see this is raised up, right? So you can see there, this has been, I'll put it to the side of you, Joe, right? Oh, we're going upwards.
There we are.
So you can see there where all of this is raised. Your deboss is what's underneath. Now you can really see that there, and that is where it's been pushed into the folder. Now when I cast a little bit of a shadow from the light, you can really see all of that deboss there. Now what I would say is, when you feel your 3D embossing folder, right, you're going to have the raised part, and then you're going to have the sunken in part. So, or you can just remember the name for it's on the back. So the raised part lifts forward, then that pushes it forward. So I would put it in this way, so that when it goes through the folder, it pushes it up, and then on the nice side with the coating, I get that lovely emboss. Make sense?
Beautiful. Okay, I want to quickly run you through the deals that you've got available because they're all very, very busy. You've got the edgeables is the first collection that you've got here. Now, in the edgeables, you're going to get this lovely A4 luxury linen cardstock, and it really is fantastic. It's not very easy for you to see, but it's got a very sort of organic nature to it, which gives it extra texture, which makes it really sort of interesting on your projects, whether you're using it as a card blank or whether you're using it as a background. There's lots that you can do with that. So you get the A4 linen cardstock included, and then what you're going to get is two of the edgeables. So firstly here, what you've got is the Elegant Peony, which is this one here. You can see it adds that beautiful detail into here. So if you want to use it over the edge, you can. It's also been used here, coming out the edge of the sentiment, which is another fantastic way to use this if you want to use it like that. You've then also got as well the delicate lace border. Now this is fantastic for loads of different projects. You can see here how gorgeous that is. You could ink through that, use that as a stencil to spritz through maybe as well, to actually create a background to then pop this in front of. Lots of different ways that you can do it, lots of different techniques. As I said before, if you want to see a whole masterclass of edgeable techniques, then we do have one of those available for you over on Crafters TV. Now, something that's always very busy whenever we bring it to you is the flower forming. Now, this is a fantastic collection because in here, you're going to get two of our flower forming dies. This is our 3D layered rose, which is this one here, and then you've also got the 3D layered daisy. You're going to get in here as well some of our stamens, which are beautiful. You've got 400 in there, and you're also going to get the Garden of Love flower forming foam. I think I'm right in saying that this was the first signature collection that included its own colourway of foam. I think that's a nod from the boss. So I think that's good knowledge. I mean, she'll tell me if I'm wrong. Don't you worry.
Good guess.
Oh, good guess.
But no, vintage lace had something.
Oh, is it vintage lace?
Oh, but a bum. Almost.
Oh, close, but no cigar. Now, if you want to get those included as well, there is a larger collection. The larger collection also has for you the embossing folder, which is this gorgeous embossing folder, which is on here. And then you've also got the monogram frames with the papers, and you've got your foiling elements as well. £85 or $110. But what we do when you get that is we then give you included created these super popular pads. So you've got the 6x6 and then you've got the 8x8. I'll show you the 8x8, 12x12 even, sorry. I'll show you the 12x12. In here you've got beautiful foil details in here, as well as loads of gorgeous artwork in there as well. Very popular individually as well as in that main collection. Do you fancy sharing some more inspiration with us, Sara?
Well, yes, I wanted to show you how to do that flower. So, you know the beautiful flower that we had on the toe here of the little shoe? I thought I'd show you how to do that because it's actually not as difficult as you're probably thinking it is, right? So here's what we're going to do. These dies, by the way, all fit beautifully well through your mini. For some reason, I just love using the mini when it's to do with flower forming. So you get the two colours of the foot, well, you get the two colours and the white. So I've just got a sheet of the pink here. Now what I like to do is fold the sheets in half, right, and then in half again. Make sure you get them kind of accurately folded though, and then you can cut out plenty of your flowers. So we're going to cut some of all the different sizes out. So we're going to go with the very, very large one first of all, and I'll show you how to kind of best utilise the yield in your foam as it was, right? So we threw there, and then there's our first one. So we've got some of our nice big ones. And the thing is, when we design these flower forming dies, see, we leave a bigger area in the middle so that you can connect them together. Then I'm going to take the next size one. So, by the way, if you have any of our flower forming, these are completely different, totally new dies. So they're not a repeat of any of the other flower forming dies that we've done. If you've been thinking about getting some, you didn't know where to start, if you've got the other collections that we've had and you've been waiting and you think these are the same, they're not. They are completely different, right? So can you see what I'm doing here? I am using it, leaving this empty, because then when we open this up, we've got a larger area. In fact, or if I could put it there, I'll probably fit more on. I'm so tight when it comes to making the most of my foam and getting the most out of it. So you want plenty at all the different sizes. So I'm going to have 4 the large one. For the mini, I think I'll do a few more of the small ones, because this rose, for it to look really, really good, you do want quite a bit of the foam. And this is a nice pink, but for those of you who who have been stocking up on your flower forming foam recently, the brilliant thing is you go for the collection. Yes, I know you'll be worried about, oh, well, what happens if I run out of all of this foam? Well, your other pink and your other sets are going to work really, really well for this rose too. It's this shape that is perfect for the rose. So if we open this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with your smallest rose. I'll start with the inside of the rose, so the smallest bud, and build up to the largest one as we come out. All right, so here we go, getting all these ready. And the beauty with this is you don't need to colour tint the rose. You can if you want. If you want to add another, a bit of a deeper shade of pink around the outside, you can add a little bit more depth to it, but it looks lovely just in this colour. All right, so those of you who've watched me do loads of flower forming recently will know I like to use just a standard home iron, right? This is not mine from home, this is the one that we keep here, but a standard home iron works an absolute treat. Now, if you look from the side, first of all, I'll show you when we take the little one, I'm going to take it, I'm going to pop it on here, and I'm just heating it, but keeping it moving. So can you see that? We keep it moving. Once it's nice and hot, let it fall off. Oh, the static on these are unbelievable, right? And then I'm going to pop my little I'm going to pop that into the centre, and it shapes it around there. Can you see that? So it shapes it into a nice little bud. I'll try and do another one so that you can see it. So we pop it on the iron, and we are keeping it moving. I'm going to heat this one a little bit longer so that it gets even smaller. And then when we drop this off and I use the tiny little one, that's going to shape even tighter in the centre. So can you see you get an even smaller bud, right? So we've got those lovely, some nice small buds to get us started going in the centre of our rose. And that's the kind of trick with how all of this works. You want a bud, you want the very, very centre one to close right up. So there it is. I'm going to just completely close that right up just in front of my fingers so that we've got that total closed up one. And then this one's a little bit more open, this one's a bit more open. We've got a few different open ones, and I'm just going to build that up, Joe, and I'm going to keep doing the same technique, opening them all out. All right?
loads of questions about flower forming foam, so I'm gonna preempt some of the questions that no doubt are flooding in already. You're using a regular iron. Can we use a craft iron? I know we get asked that a lot.
Yes, you can absolutely use any iron you want. Just have it on the hottest setting. Right?
Perfect.
The hotter it is, oh, look at these ones falling into place, Joe. I don't even have to shape them. The hotter it is, the better it'll react.
Wonderful.
Right?
Sue is asking, can we use the dyes for paper?
Yes, absolutely. You can use the dyes for paper. They're going to work just as well for paper as what they do for foam. But I tend to find for foam, because we've left that big bit of space in the middle for them to be able to shape.
Okie doke. Crystal's asking, how did you make the shoe? Is there anywhere we can find out how that's made?
Right, so I'm going to guess that is a template. It's not one of our templates.
Okie doke.
But I'm going to guess that is probably a template from another company that you can get to do the shoe with.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Okie doke. Mary said she got the foam on Monday. She can't wait to make flowers with it.
Brilliant. Oh, you're absolutely going to love it.
Yeah, make sure you send us some pictures, Mary, when you do. Mary is one of our previous craft ambassadors that I had a little chat to a little while back. I think she's in Tennessee, if memory serves. If you'd like to be a craft ambassador here on Crafter's Companion, it's very, very easy to do so. We're looking for some more that I'm going to speak to on Friday, actually, and you can email us at ccambassadors@crafterscompanion.co.uk. So ccambassadors@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Send me a picture of something you've made recently, and I might give you a Skype or a FaceTime on Friday and have a chat with you. And of course, you'll win the coveted Ambassadors mug, which not even I'm allowed. Not even Sara has one of those
I don't
mugs.
even have one of our ambassador mugs. Nope. So, oh yeah, they are quite coveted, aren't they?
Right, Leslie's saying, is there any way to get the blooming stamens in? Can you show us an easy way to do that? A nice play on words there.
No, I wasn't going to use the stamens this time, but I think, well, actually, no, I might do another one with stamens for you, just to give you an idea. So can you see I've let some of them cup up and I've let some of them bubble out, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and build these up just using my hot glue gun, all right? So here we go. I'm going to take the first one. There's a nice base one. Pop a little bit of glue in the centre, right, just a little bit, and then I'm going to take the second one and pop that over the middle, and then use my ball tool just to position it in, right? So now we're getting, you can see how the first one's flat, and actually if you see it from the side, you'll see the second one starting to bubble up a little bit. Yes, that's it. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the centre. Bear in mind it's going to react to the heat of the glue. Then I'm going to take another one, pop it in here, and then use that ball tool just to shape it into place. And you can see how that's starting to form that lovely rose shape already. Then because you can open this up, you see, and it will go back to its original shape. So we can open that up, pop a little bit of hot glue in the centre of that one, all right? And I'm going to lift the next one out. So, oh, I did like this one. This one looked really nice and authentic as it was. And you'll find some petals will react better than others, all right? So I'm going to just take that into the centre. Just yes, I'm liking the look of that, Joe. There's an odd little petal that I don't like, so we'll just manoeuvre it into place around here, yeah? And everything's going to look real in nature, isn't it? And then right in the middle, I'm going to pop another little blob of glue in here, and then I'm going to put we've got that nice little cuppy one that'll just go beautifully well in the centre. And I'm not going to put I'm going to use my pokey tool instead of the edge of that hot glue gun. Right, there you go. So you've got that lovely kind of cup in the centre with the ruffle around the outside, and then that is going to go, where's our lovely card that we made? I'm looking straight at it. Yes I am, right? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop this in that top corner there, and that's just going to go beautifully well onto the base, and then with that piece in there. Isn't that lovely? Sonia says,
she's got a start warning for everyone, Sara.
Go on.
She says, beware, it is very addictive making these flowers.
Isn't it? Oh, I absolutely love it. I do loads of these. It is a fabulous technique. And how easy was that? And a completely different flower to anything I've taught you before. Let me just show you it again. That is how fabulous that flower forming looks. Just beautiful.
Now, doesn't that look wonderful? If you want to be making your own flower forming, that was terrible English, wasn't it? I can't speak a foreign language, can barely speak my own. If you want to be making your own let's try that again. Foam flower forming project. Do you know the easiest way to say it is if you say it with a Scouse accent? Flower forming foam. See, it comes out much easier. That's the only way I can say it in my head. And if you want to be making your own great projects, and what I love about it is, yes, it's wonderful on your card projects or your scrapbook projects. It's great there. But also think about home decor. Sara was wearing a very fetching little headband yesterday with all of our flowers on there. And the great way to do this is, of course, to get this bundle. And I think this is one of the most affordable flower forming foam starter kits that we've ever bought to you. You're going to get 2 dies within here. So you're going to get this one here, which is the layered daisy, and you're going to get the layered roses in here. You're then going to get the stamens. So you get 400 stamens, and you're going to get 9 sheets of the foam as well. You'll see you've got the white in there. Now that's really exciting and important, because having the white one means that you're going to be able to colour that up yourself. So any of your markers or your different inks that you want to get involved in there, absolutely you can. If you want to go for it, £23 if you're here in the UK, or $31 if you're in the US. The whole collection, I'll go through it in more detail again as we go through the show. But in the whole collection, you're getting the foil stamp die as well as with a roll of the foil. You're going to get the 2 edgeables in here and the linen cardstock, and then you're going to get the embossing folder, the monogram frame stamps, and the matte mirrored card. And then, as juicy bonuses go, it's 2 pretty amazing juicy bonuses, the 6x6 and the 12x12 paper packs as well. Now, loads of you commenting away, getting your questions in on Facebook, which is what we absolutely love. That's really what Creative Cravings is about, taking it back to basics and all learning together. If you want to watch us, however, and shop at the same time, then here's how. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. I'm just moving. I'm on maximum bust at the moment. I don't know why I've left myself on max bust, and I've definitely got more room in here than I need at the moment. So I'm just adjusting my apron. Now the great thing is about the apron that it is adjustable. Here we go. That's better, and it means that it's a one size fits all, which is fantastic. There we go, and it's great. So let me just show you this. If I undo it at the side. So let's just show you how big these straps are. So this is wonderful. So it means that, I feel quite slim in this, and it's not often I feel quite slim, let me assure you, but I love it because I can double it around the front and do it again. You've also got, don't forget, the cloth in here. Now, this is very, very busy, the apron. Over 40%, in fact 50% of the stock I'm hearing of the apron has gone, considering we were meant to only launch it in this show, and I gave you a little sneaky preview this morning on my social media, and we had it in our earlier masterclass show. It's gorgeous. These were meant to be just for our US viewers. It was in the HSM preview, and I said, do you know what? I don't think that's very fair. I think our Crafters TV viewers would love this. So we managed to get you some. All the stock that we have is loaded onto the system at the moment, and when it's gone, we don't know how long it's going to be. So you've got the adjustable strap here. You've got 3 lovely deep pockets here. Now these are great. Can you see how deep they are? These will be wonderful. Things like having your scissors in there because they are really nice and protected. But you can have your pokey tools in there. You can have your bone folder down there. And then what you've also got is this really nice deep pocket here. You'll also get as well a microfiber cloth in yours. Sarah stole the one from mine, I must say. And it connects over on the left.
I did though.
Possession is 9/10 of the law, apparently. It will connect either on the left or the right, so it doesn't matter which-handed you are. Now, over half the stock of this has gone, as I said. I worked really hard to get you these, so I really do hope that you snap them up. Send us some pictures of you in your aprons as well. I know that all of our HSN customers will have been receiving theirs already. If you want to send us any pictures, now you can send pictures of you modelling the apron if you want. Send us a video of you doing a little twirl in yours, maybe. You can send those to studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. Now, very busy on this main collection that's on your screen at the moment, which is everything that you need. Already, just in the start of the show, 30% of a big stock has already sold out and gone. So if you want it, please do grab it quickly, because as I said, so many more of you watch these shows back than watch them live in the hour. Of the flower forming, 20% of that stock has sold out and gone as well. So it's very busy across all of the individuals, as well as on the main collection itself. Now, the foiling. So let's have a look at the foiling, because I believe that's what Sarah's going to be guiding us through next. This foil, this is a foil stamp die. We call them a die, the foil stamps, even though they don't cut out. We still refer to them a die because they are a piece of metal, which is what it means. And you're going to get that included there. So you're going to be able to foil that beautifully, as you can see here. But then what you also get is the ability to stamp this too. So you've got the stamps in here, which you can overlay with the foil and then get your colours involved. We're going to throw in for you as well one of the foils. This one has got the rose gold in it. It might be one of the other foils. We don't know. It's a bit of a lucky dip on which foil you get. So you've got the flower forming, you've got the foils. You've then got the edgeables in the main collection as well. I've lost one of my edgeables, there it is. And in the edgeables you've got this beautiful peony in here, which is fantastic. So you can see that there. It gives you that beautiful detail. Now you can use it over the edge, you can use it in the centre of your card. You can actually layer it up and use it multiple times if you want to. And then the other one that you've got is this wonderful, intricate, delicate lace border that you can see here. So you can see how beautifully lacy that is. Let me bring that in a bit so you can see that there. Look at how gorgeous.
Oh, he's on the close-up.
Oh,
he's
I'm
on
zooming.
the close-up.
This is me doing, this is my own camera skills. You know, like, sometimes you can zoom in and out, or you can just move forward and then move. I'm zooming out. Oh, I'm zooming back in again. I'm zooming out again. So you get that, and the great thing is you get the linen cardstock included with that as well. And then with the embossing collection, you get this gorgeous embossing folder. Sarah was saying just this is one of her all-time favourites. You see how gorgeously deep that wonderful embosses on there, and you're also getting the stamps, which are the clear acrylic stamp set monogram frames. If you've got stationery to do, then you are going to love this. You can do initials, personalisation with this, loads of wonderful things that you can do with that. When you get it all though together, you're going to get the cardstock in there too. When you get it all together, you get the 6x6 and you get the 12x12 paper pads included too. So they are included in there for you. And these have got the most beautiful foiling. Pretty much everyone going for the full collection is what I'm hearing. Very, very busy on that. £85 or $110. Now, something else very exciting that's happening. Everyone that spends over £30 or $30, what are they going to get, Sarah?
I don't know. What
They're going to get a free gift.
A free gift. You're giving me stuff away.
Absolutely.
You're giving it away. Tell you what.
So all you have to do is just make sure that after all your discounts and stuff, because let's face it, you nearly all of your Club Inspire members getting loads of extra money off anyway. After your discount, as long as it's £30 or $30, we'll send you something for free, just as a thanks for being fabulous.
So we don't have to put a code in the website.
No
we don't have to order it. We don't have to do anything.
You don't have to like pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time whilst you put check out with your foot. No, we'll just send it to you.
Do you know, I must have been feeling generous when I didn't even know we were sending everyone a free gift. That is wonderful. Have they told the warehouse to put free gifts in everybody's orders? So is that all orders that have been placed today? So
not just today.
Go on.
Till the 25th.
Till the 25th?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think we'll call that a Sara birthday special.
I think
Since
we
it happens
might.
from the day before till the day after my birthday. Yes, we'll say that. We'll pretend it was my idea and say it's a birthday
Aren't people meant to
special.
give you gifts on your birthday? You're not meant to give us gifts.
This is absolutely fine. I'll give you a gift. That's just the kind of person I am, Joe.
Fabulous.
I love how I'm going to take the credit for this now and I didn't even know about it. Right, and we're going to get on with the next demo. So I thought I'd show you how this foiling worked because I had a vision for this when I put this range together. This is why I love doing these shows, because I get to share these visions with you all, okay? Now, you can see, basically, I try and communicate said vision on the instructions when I give you it on the packaging. So this is the idea. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to start off just with the die, right? Now, just as you would when you were foiling anything, you should start with the instruction booklet, which I have put somewhere really safe. I've just had hold of it. I've just been looking at it and I've just put it down. Do you know, I am an absolute liability. The more stuff they give us for this table, the worse I get.
Well, whilst you're looking for that, I'll give you a bit of time.
Go on, right,
Madonna, oh, what a wonderful name. Madonna Hoka. I think that might be South African, that name, I'm not sure. Says, is there a video tutorial for the flower headband that Sara wore yesterday?
Oh, no, there isn't. However, there is a full video tutorial for all of the flower forming techniques used on that. So as long as you master the 3 techniques, which is the bubbly flower, the cuppy flower and the ruffly flower, actually I don't even think there's any ruffles on. You just stick them on a basic headband. You want your hot glue gun though if you don't already have it, right? So you can keep going with the questions, Joe, and the reading.
No worries.
I found my instruction booklet. It was right underneath. I'm going to be looking for this in a moment as well, so I might as well get it ready. My top plate. I've got everything ready.
Linda just said, I hope you saved an apron for Leanne for tomorrow's show.
Oh,
Conversation if they've all sold out, isn't it?
Could get a bit awkward tomorrow. Could get a bit awkward.
I think so.
Right, let's have a look. On the inside here, can you see we have foil stamp dies and foil stamp and cut. We're just going to be doing the foil stamp. So I'm going to cover over the foil stamp and cut and just say here. Now, this is a watercolour card, which is 300 GSM. So we're on the 300 GSM one, so we're on the top. It's, I would say, a medium die. So 15 seconds for a medium. Actually, a medium should be about 1/3 of the surface. Yes, I would say that is. So 15 seconds. So what you do is we bring this in. Oh, you can see it there. Lovely. No, I don't want minutes. I want seconds. I'm used to doing it back to front upside down, you see, Joe. I've got my 15 seconds and I'm going to get the foil out here and I'm going to cut a little bit. Does it fit this way? Oh, no, it's not. But you know what? Because I'm so tight with foil, let me show you a great trick, right? So I can cut a little bit this way, and then I can cut just an extra little sliver off there, and I'll show you how we can use all of our foil together, right? So we put this on, and we're going to go 15 seconds and give it a start. I always like to put the lid on just to kind of keep the heat in. So I'm going to use just a piece of watercolour card. I've got my foil. Now the foil goes, if you didn't watch my foil masterclass on Monday, shame on you. Go back and watch it. You're in for an absolute treat, okay? So you're going to go face down with the foil, and then that extra little bit that I'm just missing at the edge. Oh, make sure I don't get it all over there. I'm just going to put over with another little bit of foil. So we've got foil covering the whole surface. I'm going to put my cardstock down. I'm going to put my top plate on, lift this off and send it through, okay? So just instead of wasting a lot of foil, all I did was cut the piece of foil and then cut a little strip. Your foil doesn't have to be in one full piece for this work. We've also got all of the foil on 2 for £6 or 2 for $7. So if you want to stock up on extra foil, you can absolutely do that, right? So if I take this, I'm just going to use my tweezers to lift this off and just put it down here. I've got my cooling mat down here, so I'm just going to pop it down there ready. And this here, you see, when I peel this away, you will see it is foiled and it looks like I've missed a load of bits. Well, trust me, I haven't. They're supposed to be missing, right? They are, and if you're not sure, look on the instructions and you'll see that they're supposed to be missing. That's because we're going to stamp the flowers into them. By the way, all of this extra foil, right? So I would cut this away here And I would then keep all of this foil, because just because it's been through the machine once doesn't mean you can't still use this extra little bit. So don't waste anything. You know what I'm like for not wanting to waste stuff. Always kills me doing these shows because we're very inefficient just because of the sheer speed we have to do everything at. But it's not how I'm like at home, that's for sure. Right, I'm going to bring my stamping mat out here. And let me just say, just take me a second to get this exactly right. So I want to make sure I get the right stamps at the right sides. So I like to do this, and you can pop these down. Is that one going to go in there, or is it going to go? Oh, that goes in there, and then that goes in there. Right, I can see exactly where that goes. So that's that one, and then this one becomes this flower. These little gaps of foil, and then this piece over here. So are you able to see what I'm able to see in terms of looking this into place? So I can now see where all of these pieces are going to fit beautifully in. So once I'm happy with that, I bring in my large stamp. Do you know what I should have done? Oh, because I'm so organised, I'm going to use my 8x8 stamping platform and get the whole job done absolutely perfect, right? What's the point in doing half a job when we can do a full job and get it perfect? So if I take this now, pop these on here, and then put the magnetic pieces on, right? So the whole thing gets held in place beautifully. You see, this sits on the gap in the spaces, which means I can then go down, pick these up. Yep, so I've picked those up onto there, turn it over. Now I'm going to stamp. Let's have a little look. What do I fancy stamping with? Oh, I quite like that pebble. Pebble looks nice. We'll do it with a bit of pebble, as long as it's waterproof, right? I'm going to put my ink down here, and I'm just going to make sure I put plenty of ink on here, and then give it another little stamp down.
You know, I said that... did I say 30% of the stock had gone on
You
the main
did say 30, Joe, yes.
Well, if I said that now, I'd be fibbing, because 40% of the collection has now gone, 40% of the main collection has gone. We're not even through the first hour yet of the show, so it lets you know just how busy we are for this. And I think we knew we would be. The great thing is about it, you can go for the whole collection, or you can break it down and buy the individual elements if you're trying some element of this collection for the first time. If you want the flower forming foam, you will have to be quick for that though, because that one is very, very busy individually. It's actually your favourite. It was the edgeables were in the lead, then the flower forming was in the lead, then it was the edgeables, and now it's the flower forming again. So if you want the flower forming or the edgeables individually, be quick for both of those.
Right, Joe, what I'm doing is I'm going to do a bit of watercolour. Now, if you missed it this morning, Joe and I did a fabulous masterclass using our amazing metallic markers and metallic ink pads. So all of those are on the show from this morning, and you can go back and watch the whole show, learn how to do some lovely techniques, and one of them was watercolouring. Have I got a slightly thinner brush? Oh, I have a nice new one here. One of them was watercolouring with the fabulous watercolour markers. So watch this, right? Pick up a little bit of water, and I'm going to have this nice and runny, and then I can literally, let's have a look, I'm going to bring this into place here. I'm going to leave a space for you there, Joe, so that you can still magically appear if you want, and I'm just going to paint in over all of these. Isn't that looking lovely, right? So I'm putting this down. Do you know, I'm just thinking, I'm going to pop this down here, there, and then I can sit and paint, Joe, because people were amazed that you could watercolour with the metallic markers. So I'll sit and paint while you kind of tell everyone what the deal is on the watercolour.
Yeah, so it's all on your screen there. So you've got a few different options. There's two lots of metallic inks. So the metallic ink pads, of which there are 10 metallic ink pads. You can get them for £40 in the UK. I believe it was $65 in the US. Then we had the 3 packs, the 3 6-packs of the metallic markers. They were on a deal on their own as well. I think they were about £28 or £32 if you were in the UK. This is all on the website still for you, either in this show or in the previous show. And then what we did is we brought to you as well all of the technique sort of hardware you'd need to do all of the demonstrations that Sara did for you in the show. So there was an ink pad technique collection and a ink and a marker Technic collection, but basically the best way to get the best value was to go for absolutely all of it, and that's what's on your screen at the moment. All of the ink pads, all the markers, all the hardware you need to do the techniques with the ink pads, and then all the techniques collection that you need for the markers as well, and that's on your screen there. If you want to see more about the metallic inks, go back and watch the whole masterclass back from earlier after this show. All of our shows here on Crafty TV live on the website pretty much indefinitely. All the deals, unless they're a sort of timed one like our Hero Tools deal, they will live for 24 hours on the website. Lots of questions and comments coming in, which we love. Anna is watching us, and she is watching at home crocheting Monty the Monkey. And she's having a lovely time tuning in. Cindy Sue has said we need to get an apron for Craig. I need to drop it round for him. Craig's already got one of these, I believe. I think he's already had one sent over. I'll get a picture of him in it on Saturday when I drop his shopping round. Christine says there's a truck in the drive. This means one thing. It is a crafter's companion delivery. It's on its way. Lots of people talking about the shoe. One of the questions we had in earlier, Sarah, was from Darlene, and she was saying, how do you know, I think she was asking about the edgeables, but I guess it's the same for all dies, how do you know when to emboss after you've die cut and when not to bother?
Well, to be honest, you should really, if I'm telling you properly, you should really emboss every time.
You should.
If you're doing a Sara jobby, sometimes you look at them and think, oh, they just look quite nice without me embossing. I'll just not bother with my embossing, which is pretty much what I've just done there earlier, Joe. I just looked and I thought, yeah, that looks all right.
Also, Rosalind is asking, I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about this, Sarah, but you're the boss, you'll know. So Rosalind is saying, is CC going to have any items on the May 5th craft day on HSN? We just had a meeting about this today, and I didn't know if I was allowed to say anything or not.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am not there in person. Well, neither are any of the craft experts. But May 5th is a really bit, well, May is National Craft Month. Right?
Right.
So, May the 1st is National Scrapbooking Day, right?
Okay.
And so it's kind of turned into on HSN National Scrapbook Month, which for us is basically national more card making and more crafting. So, yes, so it's National Craft Month. You can absolutely make the most of it. And I will be there in force, just not in person. I will be there coming live from here. Yes. Just like we did in April, and it worked an absolute treat, so they are happy for me to do the same again. Now watch what I'm going to do here, Joe, right? I'm going to take out my lovely microfiber and just rub this down, which means you can always be keeping everything perfectly clean. And then look at that is literally foiled, it's been watercoloured, and it's looking fabulous and ready to go. So that's just using the watercolour markers, which we do have on this morning if you go back and watch the show. Now,
also, just to let Rosalind know, there will be a HSN preview a week on Friday at 10 a.m. on the East Coast, Friday the 1st, so that might be worth tuning in.
He should know. He's just been briefed on what he's going to be doing. Right.
I haven't did some fabulous things coming.
You got the full briefing this afternoon. We're going to be all ready for it. Right, watch what I'm going to do. Do you know what? It was my sister's wedding anniversary yesterday, and I didn't make her a card. So I think I will make this for my sister, right? Do you know what I'll do after we finished? I'll post a picture of us at the wedding, because it was a lovely sunny day when she got married. Oh, look at that! They're all coming off on the other side. Here we go. It's a lovely sunny day, and I know I'm biased. I know it was really about our Helen and Matt. However, my boys look so gorgeous. So yes, right. So if I just peel all this back, so it's Helen and Matt, right? So let's do the same again with the base of my magnetic sheet, right? I'm going to pop this down, and I'm going to put this on. This is absolutely how this was intended to be used, and will just give you this for perfection, all right? So we're going, oh man, I've just peeled all that back, right, there we go. And I can peel my stamps off that I need now. So when I was designing this is what I was intending, right? So there's Matt, he'll come second, because obviously it's all about the girl. So Matt and Helen. So H for Helen is just coming up here. So I've got Helen and Matt, and it was the 21st of April. So 21st of April. And let's have a look. 21st of April. And I think that's going to look really nice. All right. Oh, should I get my ST? 21st ordinals. There's 21st April. All right.
Is that what it's called? Ordinals?
The ordinals,
So
yes.
I never knew that's what they were called. They were the uns and usts and ufs to me.
Helen and Matt, 21st of April. And then you just go down with this and with stamp it, right? And let's have a look. What colour do I think I want to do this? Do we think, oh, do you know what would look good? I think the metallic ink pads would look good, don't you? Yes.
Which
So I
one are you
think
going to go for?
I'm going to go for the blue.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to go for the blue and I'm going to do Helen and Matt, 21st of April. Turn this over because I use the blue in the thing. That's going to stamp beautifully well. Oh, I was going to emboss it, but you know what? I don't think I need to. I think that just looks quite nice on its own.
Lovely.
Right, all I'm going to do then, Joe, is I'm going to trim this down, matte and layer it, and put this onto the front of a card.
Sounds gorgeous. Now, Anne's watching. I can see, you know Anne that loves the air horn? Well, Anne, you're in luck. Today it's 5 in 5 day. I know that's really why you've tuned in, Anne, because you love it so much. It was Melissa who reminded me. She said, Joe, do you have a horn in your pocket? I think she means in my apron. There's a whole host of jokes I could go into there, but I'm really not going to.
But you've got to spare
I'm
us
going to
after you
fight
say
it. I'm going to fight it and save all of our dignities. Anne says, I can see I'm going to need that magnetic mat. I think you do. I think a lot of you are saying how much you need the magnetic mat. Should we just recap everything that's in that main collection for you? Let's start off with the bit that's your freebie in the collection, because it's always our favourite price for everything, really, isn't it? Completely free. So you're going to get it in the 6x6, which is this one just here. Great for just different sizes of projects, really. And then the 12x12. I remember when 12x12 used to be sort of really popular with just scrapbookers, and people didn't really understand the size. But now 12x12, the pads that we bring you, I think it's probably the most popular size that we bring you, because there's so much you can do with them. You can trim them down to a 6x6 and make it go 4 times the size. You can get an 8x8 out of it. You can use it in pieces if you want to. You can cut strips and borders. Something like this, you'd be able to fussy cut that beautifully. I know how much our Craig loves fussy cutting. You could get a pair of scissors on that and fussy cut it. Loads that you can do, and this one's got all of that gorgeous foiling it in as well. So you're going to get that. You get the 6x6, and you're going to get the 12x12s there of that. You're also going to get, let's start with this collection here with the embossing folder. So you're going to get the A4 luxury matte mirror card in here. So it's gorgeous. You've got those wonderful golds, the sort of greens. There's a green just like that in that Midas ink pad collection, actually. It's the amethyst, isn't it? Really gorgeous. The jade, sorry. You've got that wonderful gold. It's almost like a brushed stainless steel, this cardstock. It's got a really lovely feel to it. And then you've got that gorgeous purple tone as well in there. So you're going to get the cardstock, and then what you're going to get is you're going to get the embossing folder. Now, Sara was saying this is one of her favourite embossing folders.
No, I said it was the.
Well, I was just covering all bases. You know, I was sitting on the fence and saying one of the, but no, turns out it is her absolute favourite embossing folder. Easy to see why. If you've not had any of our 3D embossing folders yet, you've not lived when it comes to embossing, let me tell you, because they are just the most beautiful quality. You've also got the monogram frames included as well. Now, these are fantastic because what these allow you to do is complete personalisation. It means you print out the frame. You've got, what was it called again? The
ordinals.
The ordinals. You've got the numbers. You've got the letters, the months in there as well. Great for stationery. So you're going to get that included in there. That's available on its own, as you can see, at £21 or $28. The next one you've got, oh, I'm knocking everything over. I'm a bit mucky today. The next one you've got is the Edgeables collection. Now, in here, you're going to get this beautiful linen cardstock. It's got a wonderful sort of organic quality to it. It's a really great sort of texture, very, very textured, the cardstock. So that you're getting included there. And then what you're getting are your edgeables as well. So you can see here, I'll just show you the edge that you've got on there. It really is gorgeous, very, very intricate and delicate and lacy, which is that one there. And that is the delicate lace border. You've then got the elegant peony as well, which gives you that there. Now, you can either cut them like that, or you cut another layer underneath and have that in there as a matte layer if you want to. Lots that you can do with that. So that's coming to you for £20 or $26. You've then got the foiling, which is the bit that you've just seen here. So you've got that foil stamped die with the acrylic stamp there included too. So Sara's just taking you through that. You will get a roll of foil. I can't guarantee it will be the rose gold, but it will be a fabulous colour because all of our colours are wonderful. So you've got that one there. That'll be £15 or $19. Then the flower forming as well. You're getting in here 2 of our die collections, formulated to work with our flower forming foam. However, you can use them with paper or cardstock if you want. So you've got the rose and you've got the daisy there. You will get some of our flower forming foam, colour match beautifully with the rest of the collection, and you'll get 400 stamens in there too. So you get all of that included, which is just fantastic. If you want to get all of that and the free paper pads, of course, you need to go for the whole collection, and the whole collection details are right there now on your screen. 50%, I'm hearing, half of the stock of the full collection has already sold out and gone. It was the edgeables that were in the lead, then it was the foam, then it was the edgeables. It's the foam is still in the lead at the moment. We don't have as deep stocks as we do of the main bundle. So soon, when things sell out, which they absolutely will, when the foam goes, for instance, the only way to get the foam will be to get it in the main collection. Now, the magnetic sheets here, so you can see, you buy one, you get one free. Absolutely, $6.99. We normally get you one pack, which is 3 of the magnetic sheets. Goes into your A4 folder, so it means you can store all of your dies beautifully without losing them, keeps them nice and pristine. You get 2 today, though. It's only going to hold, though, the price on that for 24 hours, because, of course, is today's hero tool. Okay. Are we ready to go with the...
Yes,
have you got the horn?
I finished my card.
I think you've got the horn.
Are you...
I think so. Should we do it the other way round? What do you want to do?
Oh, no, you go. Am I finishing my card, or you get ready for your 5 and 5?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Point. I think we should be ready for your 5 and 5. Chuck us your horn over.
It's just there. I'll put it on the table for you.
Oh, he's put it ready. Right, I'm going to get ready. Do you want a little practice here about the horn?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
wonderful.
Get the clock ready. We're ready. We are ready for the 5 and 5. And when we come back, here's my card, by the way. Do you want to have a nice little look at it on the close-up? So here's my lovely card that we've just made. It shows you how you do all of it. And I've used the linen cardstock this time. But that is how that beautiful foil frame was designed to use with the flowers, and how easy when you use them for the watercolouring, right? When we come back, by the way, I'm going to show you how to make an envelope.
I just need to get stickers off first.
We'll keep talking amongst ourselves.
I've done it.
Foil there. It's going to get ready. Do you know what I'm going to use for my... I'm going to put these stamps back as well while we're talking. Do you know what I'm going to be using? That 12 by 12 paper pad, which, by the way, has been phenomenally busy on its own. So my big suggestion would be get an extra, if you're trying to make a £30 order so that you get your free gift, right? So maybe you haven't gone for the complete collection, you've just gone for one of the smaller bundles. Add in that 12 by 12. Or maybe if you're trying to work towards free postage in the US, for example, get an extra one of these 12 by 12 pads. Just being really realistic while we've got them. Because it's not very often we have all of the pads in stock. So if we've got that 12 by 12 pad in stock, make the most of it while we've got it. You do get one in your big collection, but you're also going to get one. Look at that, we're giving you 2 extra seconds on the 5 and 5. I tell you what, make the most of it. Are you ready to go, Joe?
Yeah, I am
right?
Ready to go.
He's ready.
Oh, hang on, let me get my... I thought this was my headband for a second, but turns out... No, it must be my armband. It's fine, I'll put it on there instead.
Right, are you ready then? 3, 2, 1...
Okay, up first we've got the guillotine, which of course
haven't.
Oh yes, I have.
How have you handled that?
I don't know, but I've got this is a small guillotine that we've got. We say small; it's still a fabulous size. So you've got this here. Now the thing is, when Arleanne designed this, she actually went to a sword manufacturer to get this done. So you do get, she calls it a wasp's eyelash, I think, doesn't she? A fly's eyelash. Close enough.
It'll be accurate. I've got mine here actually. Do you want me to trim something? And
yes, please do.
It is amazing. So when we talk about how good a guillotine is, you see, you put your card in and you can cut either a regular strip, and can you see when you fold it over, that's how you work out how accurate it is. Even if you want just a fly's eyelash, you can trim off just a fly's eyelash and you will get
wonderful.
Just a fly's eyelash.
So great for quilling. I can't believe
we've got a saving on this today.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Great for quilling. You've got your scoreboard on there, you've got your inches, and you've got your centimetres measurements on both sides there as well.
Second on that one there, Joe.
Crafty fun. Now, we've talked a lot about our paper pads. This one is also gorgeous. So in here, you have got 12 by 12s. It's got 48 sheets in this one, and it's really playful. So you've got some lovely patterns. You've got some great polka dots, some things that are going to be great on maybe younger projects as well in here, which I love. Yeah. Some beautiful florals, some lovely backgrounds. Because it's all in a pad as well, it means it keeps it all nice and neat for you. Look at that one, it's gorgeous. And of course, if you've got other elements of the Crafty Fun collection, maybe you bought the Crafty Fun collection and you run out of the paper, because so many people do, you can go for this. You can go for multiples as well if you want to. So don't just grab one, grab a couple whilst they're on this saving 20% deal. £10 if you are in the UK, or $15.50 if you're in the US. So definitely get that one whilst we've got it available today in the shop. The next one is...
Timed that one to perfection, didn't he?
Flower. I've got to find it first. Here we go. This is the flower bed edge.
Oh, I love that one. It's another one of them edgeables, Joe. This is a lovely big all over. You can see it's got no cutting edge on the left-hand side there, but it looks beautiful. It kind of comes to a point in the centre. So it's from our Fairy Garden collection, but you can do all the same techniques as what I've just been showing you with that. You know, we've just been doing it with the edgeable from the Garden of Love. Do all of them with this one as well.
And also, you know, there's an edgeable masterclass available over on Crafters TV. So go back, you'll be able to watch that in there. It's Nature's Garden. It's always very, very popular. Pop it, have it in the pop out of your card. Just loads of things that you can do with it. £6 for this if you are in the UK, or $7.50 if you're in the US. You're saving a fifth on that, so definitely grab it. If you thought to yourself, you know, I'm going to treat myself just to a little something today, just a little bit of new inspiration, then maybe this would be that very
Do you know, I was so busy listening to you, I wasn't there with me horn. Crack on!
Okay, so up next we've got the 4x4 stamping platform. Maybe you've stamped before and you don't get really beautiful clear stamping. Maybe you're using a block or something like that, it's just not working for you. This is fantastic, especially if you've got maybe not the best dexterity. You've got these little springs, you can pop your stamp onto here, press down and pick it up, and then pop it over to your project, and then press down and get that clean, clear, crisp stamp every single time. It's a 4x4 as well, so it's great for smaller projects and great for adding things like sentiments onto them. Also,
you always want to use kind of the smallest one. So you saw me using the 8x8. Well, that's a pain if you've just got a little sentiment. You just want this little handy one, really.
Absolutely, and because you can see through it as well, it means that you can line it up exactly where you want it to be. There's nothing worse than you know, trying to sort of guess where that stamp's going to land on your project. So make sure you get that. £8 in the UK, $12.50 in the US.
Right, last one.
This is a good one. We have saved, I'm going to say it, maybe the best until last. This is the bright textured cardstock. I'm not sure how I can get for you to see, but let me try it on a different colour. Can you see how it's got that wonderful texture to it?
We can.
So it's a lot like the A4s that are in the Garden of Love collection, but these are bright. And I must say, if anyone's seen my wardrobe at home, it is a real mishmash of colours just like this. I've got a t-shirt that's basically got every single colour in this pad on it, on the one t-shirt. Maybe I'll wear it this Friday. It hasn't had an airing for a little while. But if you want to go for this, go for a couple of these if you want. 36 sheets in here. They're 8x8 again, so they're great for an 8x8 card, or wonderful as well if you want to trim them down. I think I'm right in saying it is colour core as well, which is great. So that means
we only do the best.
You can tear that, distress that, do a load of other things with it. We got through it.
Right.
That's the closest I've got to a workout this week, probably will be. All of those deals are now there on the website for you, so you can definitely get over there and shop them and fill your boots, as we say, and take advantage of them. They're all there on the website. Now, something else we were talking about a few minutes ago was Club Inspire, because you can all use your Club Inspire discount with all the great deals that we bring you here on Crafters TV. If you're new to us and you haven't joined Club Inspire yet, it's free to join. And here's Sara with all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order and will ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of how you can take advantage of Club Inspire, which is fantastic. You don't really need to do anything, just sign up and it all takes care of itself. You just save more money when you shop with us, which is fantastic. Now the apron, very, very busy on the apron. I know a lot of the stock of it has gone already. Over 60% of the apron has sold out and gone. And this was basically us working really hard to bring this back to you exclusively for our Crafters TV viewers. Loads of you got this already. It was launched exclusively on HSN. Now it's exclusive to us here at Crafters TV. £20 if you want to grab it, $19.99, $24.99 if you're in the US. It's one size fits all. It's going to protect you. It's got loads of great pockets. You're going to get a microfiber cloth on here as well. So that's not a microfiber cloth. I was going to show you the toggle from a microfiber cloth. There you are. Sara's stolen a microfiber cloth. Let's have a look at the microfiber cloth because there it is. It's found a new
I lost
home.
mine, so I stole Joe's. But can you see, you clip it onto here, but you can clip it onto both sides. If you're left-handed, clip it onto there. But it's just always handy. I just leave mine kind of up and down. I don't even bother putting it in the pockets. And then the idea is that you can clean your stamps off, you can clean your glass mat down. You don't have to keep getting baby wipes out and wasting a load of baby wipes. We're going to save the planet one microfiber cloth at a time, Joe.
Absolutely will. It is wipe clean. It's adjustable. It's got really long ties on the back. You can adjust the neck as well, so it really will fit absolutely everyone. But over 60% of the top has gone. Have we had any pictures in of people rocking the apron? Those of you that have already got the apron in the US, we'd love to see a picture of you in them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Send us a picture into the address just along the bottom of the screen there. But definitely grab these whilst we have them. I mean, they were only launched this morning. Already a lot of the stock's gone. And Sara doesn't believe we'll be able to get these back in. It could be up to 6 months before we get these back in again. So I'd hate for you to miss out on it. Now, let's come back to the main collection. Very, very busy. 60% of the main collection has sold out and gone. And in the main collection, you're getting absolutely everything. So you're going to get the flower forming foam. So in here, let me move this over a little bit for you. In here, what you've got is your flower forming collection. So you've got 2 of your dies in here. You've got your stamens in here as well. And you've got your flower forming foam, which is fabulous. You've then got your foiling element. So you've got your foil frame with the foiling. You've also got your edgeables. 2 edgeables, always so popular whenever we bring them to you. The edgeables coming with that luxury linen cardstock as well as 2 of those edgeable dies. And then finally, I've had a bit of an accident here, haven't I? There we are. Your embossing folder. You've also got your monogram frame stamps. And you've got your matte mirror cardstock. And when you get this, you'll also get 2 freebies. You get the 12x12 and the 6x6 pad as well. Should we show you that all on a picture? We make it all the same size on the pictures. It's different sizes when it comes to you. So £85 if you're in the UK, $110 if you're in the US. That's down from $120.86 in the UK or $162.66 in the US. So you've got a great saving there on that one. Shall I just see what you guys are saying? I haven't checked anyway. Should we check Anne's okay after the whole horn escapade? Better just check she's all right. She's probably commented. I think she has. Did I just see a comment from her here? Here she is. Oh, she's talking about stamps. She must be fine today. Maybe she's getting used to it. Maybe she's getting used to it now. I saw that since Joe. She's definitely recognised the fact that the horn is there. Stickers. Joe's kryptonite is what Robin is saying. Patty saying beautiful card. Loads of you loving who's mentioning the horn here? Helen says no, not the horn. There goes the horn. Anne saying oh no, the horn. Diane's got the guillotine. She absolutely loves it. Deborah says as well that the guillotine makes such a satisfying sound. I have to agree with you. Anne-Marie says about the foil press. Oh, foiling onto tissue paper for the candle technique. Maybe
yes.
our Craig would be...
it would be lovely. Do you know, it's really easy. All you do is you foil onto tissue paper, just exactly the same as how you foiled onto the onto the cardstock you watch me do. Foil it onto tissue. You can even stamp onto tissue. You can colour onto your tissue. And then all you do is, once you've done it, you then get a candle. You put your tissue around the candle and wrap the candle in wax paper, like greaseproof paper. Heat it a little bit with your heat gun and it just melts the surface of the candle and melts the tissue into it. As long as you use the same coloured tissue paper as what your candle is, so generally I do it with white ones, and it just melts it into the front. Looks like you've printed it or foiled it onto the front of the candle. Lovely technique, that one.
Loads of you, thanks for answering that question. Jeffrey saying hello, talking about fans of Crafts Companion. Don't forget about all of our groups on Facebook as well. You know, you can go and join all of our groups. There's loads of inspiration on those for you. Anne is talking about washing the microfiber cloth. No fabric softener, as she rightly pointed out, with your microfiber cloth. Have you ever put fabric softener in your microfiber cloth, Sarah?
I've never done that, no.
Well, they go from being like the most absorbent thing into the world to the least absorbent. You could put them in a bowl of water and take them out and they'd still be bone dry if you put fabric softener in, so don't do that.
Really? I've never ever washed it. I've never put them in the washing machine. I've only ever washed them out by hand.
Oh, really? Yeah, don't put fabric softener in. As long as you do that, you'll be absolutely fine. Andrea saying the guillotine is amazing. Carol Ann saying she's gone for the guillotine as well. So loads of you getting stocked up. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sarah because I know she's so keen to show you loads more before the end of this show. Any questions that you've got, though, keep them coming in to me and I will do my best to get them answered.
Absolutely. Well, guess what I've spotted underneath here? I have spotted my Ultimate Pro, right? Which means we can make an envelope.
Can you make me an envelope? I need a 6x6 envelope.
Yeah, no problem.
Genuinely.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
We can do any
Thank
size
you.
envelope at all. Watch how easy it is. Now, bear in mind, this is our UK sized Ultimate Pro, and I've done this as a half-fold A4. So I'm going to make an A5 envelope. If you're watching in the US, you would just use a half of an 8.5 by 11 and you would use your half US letter size. So it would be almost exactly the same, but the sizes are slightly different, right? So if I pick a nice all over background paper that's going to work really, really nice. Oh, I quite like that one. That's the one. Oh, I don't know, I just have a little... The papers on here are absolutely beautiful. Yes, that's the one, maybe. Do you think that's the one? You know, I'm just realising you can't even see it. There you go, you can see them all now. I think that might be the one. Oh, there's some beautiful, absolutely beautiful ones here. That's going to make a lovely scrap.
I love the one at the back, which is the foiled roses, is really great. If you want to cut that out.
That one would make a nice envelope. Yes, let's go with that one. So, if I want to make an envelope, right, you just get your sheet. Now, I bet this Ultimate doesn't have an instruction manual in. It's just more than that. No, of course it does. It's got everything else. It's just missing an instruction manual, right? Well, you'll be pleased to know I've made enough of these envelopes over my time that I know what size you need, so we're all right. So I happen to know that for an A5 envelope, you need 285 centimetre square paper, right? So all I'm going to do is I've got the larger guillotine out, and is it 28? It's 28, not 28.5. So 280. So I go to 28 centimetres along the top, and then 28 centimetres down the side, so that we've got a 28 centimetres. So in the US, yours is all in inches, right? But panic ye not, because it's fine. Joe, I can't remember the size for a 6x6 off the top of my head.
Do you want me to Google it?
When you find, you can ring me dad and ask me dad. He'll probably know every envelope size ever made off the top of his head.
Right, I'm texting him right now.
Right, and I think it's D and G, I think. If not, we might have to be making it twice. So what you do is you go to the corner. Is it D or is it E? Let's have a little guess. Oh, look at this. Watch, I can have a little guess. I remember the size. So if it's going to be roughly that size, it's going to be D and T's D and G. Look, I wasn't far off remembering, right? So we're going to the corner and we go up line D and then we go to the opposite corner and do the same line again, which was line D. And then on the other two, what you should find is that we will cross, oh look, it was 285, my envelope's not quite crossing, but it's going to be pretty, yeah, it's just crossing a little bit in the corner. Let's have a look, is my card going to fit in nicely? Yep, so what I'll do is I'll bring in my D lines, so it might be E. Let's have a look, if we bring it into E, is it going to, it might be E and G, there we go, it's E and G. I knew it because I was thinking it's not that tight usually, the fold one, and then that is exactly the right size. Let's have a look. Yes, it's exactly the right size to fit that card, right? So all we're doing is we're folding and creasing these fold lines, right? So there we go, look at lovely sizing. Now if you want these to be perfect in the corner, little bit of a tip, right? What you can do is you can round off all these edges, right? And it just makes it look a little bit more professional. So you round off your four corners and then we turn it over the other way and you round off your four corners again. So you've got everything just looking perfect in the sides. It makes it look like a professional, proper envelope. Oh, I do like this.
You were a whiz with those scissors, Sara.
I did. Do you know what Leanne used to call it? Sara Scissor Hands. Yeah, I was quite proud of that. Quite proud of that nickname. So we just pop this up the sides. This is going to fold over, right? And then that just tucks underneath the bottom, right? So what I'm going to do then, there's my lovely envelope, which I'm going to send my sister a card in. I think I've made my envelope a tiny little bit. Do you know what, I'm going to trim the sides off. Got my little guillotine here, just so that it's not too tight. How many of us have done this and just trimmed your card down a little bit to make sure it fits here? So I think the messaging is, don't lose your instructions for your ultimate. So you need 285 centimetre, and we're going to use lines. There you go. Cut the paper a bit small. We'll just cut the card a bit smaller. Now it is wonderful. But do you know what would be even nicer, especially with it being an anniversary card, if we could just seal this shut. So I'm going to put this, let's have a look, I think I better write it. How bad's this? To Helen and Matt.
Have you ever sent a card and wanted to put money in it and then not known if you'd put the money in or not when you've sent it? I've done that quite a few times.
Happy second year anniversary, love, Sarah. Oh, and Simon. And Oliver and Charlie. Right, so I've done that. We'll put our card in here, and I thought we could use the wax seal kit to seal it shut.
If you want to grab it, the wax seal kit is available for you. It's $14.99 in the UK or $14.99 in the US as well. It's always very busy when we ring it to you. So do grab it. I just think to send someone a letter with a wax seal on the back, I mean, they're going to think you're really posh, aren't they?
Let's have a look. So you just screw on the one that you want, and then are we going to go with, I think we should go with pink. All right. Now, this is the first time you've done this. Let's hope that the the smoke alarm isn't on, right? So we're just gonna light the candle, and then we're gonna wait for the wick to reach the wax, and then we're just gonna melt the wax onto it. It is this easy to do, Joe. So because it's the first time I've used this one, please don't go out with, yeah, we've got a bit of a, oh no, it's not quite out, right? No, it's not. It's because we've got the aircon on in here. Right, so at home you won't have the aircon on. There you go. We've got that nice.
Unless you're really posh, then you might have the aircon on. You might need to turn it off.
So we'll just make sure, yes, so we just get a lovely big load, here we go, of wax melted onto this part here. So I've still got a tiny little flame on there. So you get your wax on there. I love doing this, one of my favourite techniques, and it's dead easy to do, right? So you'll always have the wick. So you'll always just burn a little bit and then have the wick left. So I'm going to blow you out. And then all you do is take this here and we're just going to pop this over the edge and just seal it shut. Oh, this is where I really hope the smoke alarm's not on there. So when we lift that off, there, wow. Isn't that lovely? So we've made an envelope and sealed our envelope with the wax seal. So look at that one there. Doesn't that look fantastic?
Looks amazing.
And then that's going to be nice and ready to go. So it's a shame. So I hope you saw my card before we finished it, because now it's sealed in the envelope and I'm not going to open it to show you. So that's how the wax, I just want to show everyone really how the wax seal kit worked and how easy it was.
Wonderful. If you want to go for that, $14.99 if you're in the UK, $14.99 as well if you are in the US. Kathy's saying wax seals even were very popular when she was in college. She won't tell us how many years ago though, I'm afraid. Jen saying she has the whole Garden of Love set and she loves it. Loads of you still commenting along. Rosalind saying she's a big fan of the board, the Ultimate Pro. Loads of you are. Yes, let me just give you a recap on the main collection that we've got for you. So remember what you're getting included. You're getting sort of, it's made up of 4 smaller collections for you, if you like. So you've got firstly your embossing and stamping collection, this one here, which is going to give you all of your matte mirror cardstock. You've got your embossing folder in here. Sara said this was her favourite period embossing folder. You've got your monogramming stamps in here as well, so great for personalisation. Going to enable you to create wonderful invitations for things like wedding stationery. It's going to be perfect for that as well. You've then got your edgeable dies, so you're going to get in here the delicate lace border, and you're going to get the elegant peony as well. If you want to get that, that'll also come with the luxury linen cardstock too. So very busy on that one if you want to go for that. So this one here is available individually too. You've got the foiling as well that Sara took us through a little while ago, and you can see there what you're going to get in there. You've got that wonderful foil stamp die with the stamps. You will get a roll of foil included within that one as well. That one is also available individually for you as well if you want it. Now the next one you've got is the flower forming collection. Over half of the flower forming collection has gone. You'll get both of the dies included in here. Let me just grab those for you. Get both of these dies. You get the rose and you'll get was it the daisy, the other one? I've lost the name. There it is. The daisy and the rose. So you're going to get both of those. You'll get the stamens and you'll get the foam included for them as well. So £23 or $31 if you want to go for those individually. However, the best way to get the best value is to go for absolutely all of it. And when you go for all of it, you'll get 2 bonuses as well. You'll get the 6x6 card pad included. You'll also get, even better than that, you'll get the 12x12 as well. Now the 12x12 is gorgeous. It has loads of foiling in it, which is fantastic. Like, imagine fussy cutting these. They're just gorgeous. Great for backgrounds, wonderful for scrapbooking pages, great for your card projects. You've got, how many sheets in here do you have? You've got 48 sheets. Now, if you wanted to, you cut that down into 6x6. You're going to have what? A lot. Almost 200 sheets of 6x6 if you chose to cut it down. You've got frames in here, lovely backgrounds as well. It's a beautiful pad. A lot of you going for the pad on its own as well. A lot of you will have gone for the whole Garden of Love collection and will now be coming back to stock up on those paper pads. We hear it time and time again. All the individuals, of course, are available on the website if you want them. Loads of you still commenting away. Helen saying hi. Oh, we had a picture in of someone wearing their apron. Let's share that with you. You didn't send your name, whoever sent it, but I'm pretty sure that that is the lovely Robin who comments along on all of her shows, looking fabulous.
Looking
there.
good, Robin, love it.
I think it's Robin. Can you just confirm, Robin, that it is you? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to go with the fact that it's Robin. Imagine if it isn't Robin. How mortifying now is that going to be if I've got the wrong person? question, Sarah, can you show off what cleaner embossing folder with this morning after using the metallic inks?
I can, because there's only one cleaner I use. Where did I put? Here it is. It's still here. Stick Away. We have it on the website. It's absolutely brilliant. So I use this. You know when you get bits of, you know my glass mat's always pristinely clean for every show? It's because we give it a once over with Stick Away. I've even been known to, you know, if you're doing photos, I do a lot of memory books, especially with our little Precious Memories albums now, and you get bits of tape or whatever on there, little bit of this onto your microfiber cloth, rub it, and it'll even clean off adhesive off that. I use this for cleaning off marks on the kitchen tops. If the kids have scuffed on the floor, Stick Away. If it can take off sticky stuff, it can take off all sorts. So this is exactly what I used this morning for taking off cleaning up the inside of the embossing folder. That was it.
Wonderful. So grab some of that. Robin says, thank you. Yes, it's me. I knew it was. I was confident when I saw the picture that it was Robin. Don't forget, if you want to send any pictures into us, very easy to do so. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them. Now I can see Sarah's ready to share more inspiration with us, so I'm going to hand you back over.
Yes, I was going to go through how to do that rose again with the flower forming, because it's been such a popular technique and it's really, really easy to do. And then I'm going to show you how you can adapt some of the other techniques we've done to use it with the rose. So if we just bring the iron in again, right? I've cut, while you've been talking, Joe, I've cut out some large, medium and the little small ruffles. Now let me just show you. If I was just doing little buds, all I would do is take the smallest one, pop it up against the iron, but I'm just keeping it moving all of the time, right? So can you see I'm always keeping it moving? Knock it off, and then you're literally just going to hold it in place so that it cools in place as a little bud like this, right? I'm going to do the same here with this one here. But this time, instead of just letting it form as its own tiny little bud, I'm going to get it to drop off. And then when it sits on here, all right, I'm going to pop this on, and I'm just going to put my tool inside. So we've got the tiny little bud. Then we're going to have like a medium-sized bud. You can see how it's kind of coming together a little bit more there. You can see the two sides next to each other. I'm going to step up to the slightly larger one. So I'm going to take the bigger one now. Again, keeping it moving, keeping it going a while. Knock it off. Once it's off, lift that off. I'm not going to press it hard with this one. I'm going to bring in my larger ball head so that it forms around that larger ball head instead. So can you see it? Probably easier to see from the overhead. You can see them getting bigger as we go along. So I think I'm going to do a medium. So I want to go in between those two now. So I'm using the same size of petals, right? But I'm going to use the next size down ball head so that when this drops off and then we form it with the ball head around the middle, it's going to form into the next size down. So you can see it's starting small and then the rose is just gradually opening up, right? Then when we get to the large ones, I'm very, very static today. I don't know if it's me or the foam or the tools or what, Joe. Right, so with the large one, it's me. It's sticking to me. So the large one, we're going to do it the other way. So I'm keeping it moving, right? But then we're going to, when it drops onto here, I'm not going to form it around. I'm going to turn it over and then form it into more of a lifted up bud. So can you see there's one lifted up, and the next one I'm going to use the tiny little touch point one in the middle. So when this one forms down, we're going to get a flatter base on there. Well, can you see?
Really busy on this collection. So 2/3 of the stock of the flower forming is gone. Talking of 2/3 of the big collection has also sold out and gone. I know a lot of you watch these shows back afterwards, so it will be very busy. Definitely check the web for the stock situation if you're watching the show back. You can shop and watch at the same time, of course, if you don't want to miss the demonstrations, and then you need to do that over on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Don't forget as well, if you spend more than £30, we'll send you a free gift as well, which is brilliant. Seeing as it's Sarah's birthday, I think that's what it
I love that we're taking the credit for that now, Joe. We're all saying it's because of me and it's my birthday, and that's what I've said to people. Love it, right? So one, then I'm going to go down with the next one. So now we're starting to get the cups inside the ruffles. You can see how that's coming together. There's my first little cup on there. And then we're going to pop another little layer, tiny little bit of that Oh, glue inside. Oh, I've got a bit of glue on these. Don't want to get my glue on there. Let's get this positioned in place. Next one goes into there. And notice I'm just twisting them all the time as well, just to bring it into more of that little rose shape. And remember that it will be the heat will form it around again. So I'm going to put another piece in there, and we're going to go in with this one. Oh, don't you close up without my little bit in. Look, it's trying to close. It's trying to close. I'm not going to let it, Joe. But this is how the foam works. You see, it reacts to the heat. So we get that lovely little bud in the middle, and then I think I'm going to fit one tiny little one more back in there, and then we're going to pop this one back in here. So we're going to pop this one back in the middle, and I'm just going to squeeze that into place. There, you see, so we get the little bud right in the centre. And it just shows you how easy it is to make one of those little roses. I wanted to show you again because it's basically bringing together two of the techniques. Now, one of the other techniques that I've done a lot, you can do with this rose as well, is that ruffling technique. So that's it done as a rose. Let me show you how we do it as a ruffle. So I've got my, she says optimistically, yes, it's under here. I've got my ruffling tool here. Don't you be all falling all over. Look, I'm trying really hard to keep it tidy down here. You can't see because it's all hidden behind there, right? So when you've got the tool, can you hear? That's the way that we're going to go with it. It's going to ruffle. So onto the iron. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it just for a couple of seconds. So 1, 2, that's enough. Knock it off, right? We're going to fold, it's 5 petal flower again. So we're going to fold it up into 5 points. Once they're in 5 points, you're going to nip the edges, right? You're going to pop this on here, and you're going to just give that a bit of a ruffle over those edges. So we now get the distressed edge, because it's not really a petal ruffler, it's called a petal distress tool. And I know that I was going to say hundreds, but I actually think it's possibly close to thousands of you have bought the flower forming starter kit that we've done over the last couple of weeks. We've had it on HSN, we've had it on Create and Craft, and we've had it on Crafters TV. We even had it on the show just on Monday. Now I know I've got so many of you into this new hobby. It's brilliant to see all these new techniques and what you can be doing, and just be reminded of how to use something that you've got. That's what I love about this. Yes, if you haven't got the flower forming starter kit, go back and have a look, because it was only on the show on Monday. But if you have, how brilliant that you could just be getting the new shape, the rose shape here, to go with your lovely garden of love. And now you can be making roses, using all the same techniques I've been teaching you. You've got all the tools, the petal distress tool and everything like that, and all we're doing is shaping these up. Lovely.
A lot of people saying, Bernadette saying, Joe, can Sara send some stick away to HSN for us in the US? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think maybe she would have already if she could.
Yes, I think actually I can't remember where we got up to, because it's taken us years to try. We did have this on HSN about 10 years ago. Okay. And but then there was an issue with shipping it because it's made in France. So we did then have some made under license in the US for us. Right. So I don't quite know if they did the stick away as well, or if they just did the stick away and the stick and stay. I know that's a lot of stickers, but a
lot of people in the US have got the stick and spray and the stick and stay is what they're saying.
So you need stick away.
Maybe watch this space for the stick away.
It's on the website though. You can go and order it from the website. I'm sure we can ship that to the US. I'm saying I'm sure. I'm not 100% sure. I hope I can.
I don't think people can find it on the US website, so I don't think we can.
Oh no. Well, yeah, right. Okay. Yes, I will absolutely work on that, guys. Then I will speak to the HSN buyers later this week and see if I can get them to order some.
There you are.
You can ship it en masse, and HSN can ship it out to you.
It's not what you know, it's who you know, you see.
Yes, see, there you go. I'll look after you guys.
Bernadette saying thank you, Sara.
I haven't managed to do anything yet. Thank me when I've managed to get it, right? We'll see. Watch this space. Right.
Those are coming along beautifully. Don't forget, if you want to get the flower forming collection, you can get it on its own individually. However, it is the most popular individually, and over 2/3 of the stock have gone. The flower form will be the first one to go individually first. £23. One of the most cost-effective ways of getting into flower forming, it really is this, because you've got everything else that you need. Maybe go and grab the ball tools and the petal distress tool from our website if you want to go for that as well. But in there, you'll get 2 of the dies, you'll get the stamens, and you'll get the Garden of Love coloured foam, and that is of course coming as well in the main collection, which is where most of you are shopping at the moment. You can get 20% off the moulding ball tools if you want to go for those. They are on the show for you, $14.99 or $19.95. The second most popular collection is the Edgeables, as I said, not far behind the flower forming foam collection. So do grab that one as well. Or, you know, go for it all together and you'll get the 12x12 and the 6x6 paper pad absolutely free of charge, which is fantastic. You've started something now, Sarah, because now Erin's saying, bring the Collao glue to HSN, please.
We are doing that, so we've got that sorted, yes. We're on it. We are on it. Just get all them requests in. Now they're all going to say, well, are you going to have it in a couple of weeks when you're there for May? So, yeah, can you believe the May show? So it's May the 5th is the next HSN show. And we've just been going through, we're going to do a big preview next Friday morning for you guys in the US time. So we'll be doing that big HSN preview of everything that's coming up on the May the 5th shows. I'm excited to know a lot of people this week have just started receiving their parcels from the April 14th show that we did last week, so it's quite exciting times. HSN and Craftland coming around quickly again.
And how amazing that you can do it from here as well.
Oh, fantastic!
You know, it's quite unbelievable, isn't it?
You've got to love technology. Right, let's have a look. Here's me little flower forming box of all me bits and pieces. Right, so. Who was asking about stamens? Let me show you the best way. Let's have a look. I've got some lovely metallic ones there, but I haven't got any. It's just in the middle of a flower. Right, so if I get a few stamens, here we go. They'll go nicely colour-wise, and I actually quite like them green ones as well. So let's have a few of them green ones. This is me mess box basically, where we keep. This is Sarah's flower forming big load of mess box. So there we go. Is that about 6? Yep. Right, someone was asking, how do I get these blooming stamens through here?
I was trying to look back, but it was so long ago, I'll never find it. And what I was trying to, what I did was, rather than going back through the conversation to find it, I actually just closed Facebook down and kicked myself off. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, well done, Joe.
Wasn't meant to happen.
It's been a long day, hasn't it? Right, so here we go. You've got the piece of wire, I've got the stamens, and I put them in the middle. And then fold them in half over the edge of the wire. Fold the wire over the other way. So I've got my little bunch of stamens, and then I've got my little bits of the wires. What I like to do is hold the wire, right, and twist the stamens so that the wire is it's much easier to hold the wire and twist the stamen than what it is to twist the wire and hold the stamens, right? Let me show you that again. So I've done one, let me do another one. I know I've only got one flower, but still, I'll do it twice just so that I can make sure you've learned it. Get all of your stamens all held perfectly in place. You're going to take this, you're going to put it in the halfway point, right? Fold the stamens over. Make sure all those stamens are the same length. They're roughly the same length there for me. I'm happy with that. And then twist the stamens and hold the wire, right? It's just a little tip I found as we've been going. Twist the stamens, hold the wire, and then you're just going to smooth all that out perfectly. And that's a nice little bunch of stamens. Then what I do is I'll get my tool, and I use my pokey tool, and I've taken the edge off the pokey tool. So I've got 1 small, 2 medium, and 3 large of the roses there. So I'm going to go through the small. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I've got a little bit of 3D glue. I keep using these for my 3D glue gel, and I should really keep one of these just with a nice clean point on for my flower forming so that they thread on nicely. So we're going to go through the middle of the little one. We're going to go through the middles of the 2 medium ones, and then we're going to go through the middles of the 1, 2, 3 larger ones, right? So you've got that lovely ruffly effect of the flower. Open your flower up. Don't worry about it going into a different shape because it will all come back, right? I like to hold 2 fingers here and my thumb there, and then just thread it all the way through, but I'm still holding that with my 2 fingers and my thumb. And then you can take your stamens, you can see where that hole is in the middle, and just pop it through, and it threads all the way through to the bottom. So you're going to thread it through, re-ruffle it back up, But while you've got that there, little blob of glue on the back from your glue gun, right? So the little blob's all it needs. Don't put too much on, because one, it'll take ages to dry, but then two, it'll interfere with your petals on the back level. So that is going to give you that look. Oh, look at that. Do you know, I love the colour of this foam as well. And how different does that look from the rose? I mean, completely different. Yeah, it's from exactly the same flower, and you get that totally different look from the rose. Now, Joe, I've made a complete mess here. I'm just going to have a little tidy down, and I've got a huge box of samples that I'd love to run through, some of the other lovely samples from the Garden of Love. So if you can just fill while I tidy up and get my glue out the way.
Why don't I give you a recap of everything you've seen? Robin was saying that so it's her husband's birthday on the 6th of May. I wonder what crafting products he will buy her for his birthday. Is what she's saying. I think that's fair enough. Roxanne's just ordered the whole collection as well. So let's give you a bit of a pens and papers times, or an iPhone notes times, we should call it now in these modern times. Let's start off with that hero tool, because remember, that's only going to be around for 24 hours, the hero tool. We can only hold the price on it because it is such a fantastic price for that time. So you normally get 3 of the magnetic strips for this price. However, today you'll get 6 of those magnetic strips, which is fantastic value for money. $6.99 if you're in the UK, and $9.99 if you're in the US. We've got the edgeables on the show, always busy when we bring them to you. Second most popular of all the individual items in this show. And these are £20 if you're in the UK, or $26 for those if you're in the US. Flower forming foam is the next one that we have for you. A really great starter kit, this. A very cost-effective way of getting involved with our flower forming creations. It's the most popular of all of the individuals today. £23, $31 is your price on that one. Now, the foiling. Colour may vary on the foil. You'll get something fabulous. I'm just not sure which one. You've got the foil stamp die there and the rose acrylic stamps to go with it. £15 or $19. Now the embossing collection. In here what you're getting is that beautiful matte mirror cardstock. You're going to get Sara's favourite embossing folder. That is quite the statement, isn't it? The peony corner. And you've got the monogram frames stamps included in there as well. Now, if you want the 12x12 and the 6x6 pads, then you need to go for the full collection, which is on your screen right here, because in that you get absolutely everything I've just taken you through, plus you get the 6x6 and the 12x12 pads, and you're not paying for those pads in this collection. So a great way to get hold of those. Now, something else that we had earlier today as well was our Metallics Masterclass. We had a very, very busy show on this, and I thought we'd just recap that deal for you. If you want to see a full 2-hour presentation on this, absolutely you can. Go back to the website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu, and then watch it all back. And the metallics markers work beautifully with the Garden of Love collection. But this whole collection here, 10 ink pads for you, 18 metallic markers, and then all of the technique kits that you need to go with them too. Now, talking of fabulous things, the apron. It's been so busy. Over 60% of the stock of the apron has sold out and gone. On our way to 70% of the main collection also, by the way. The apron is so great. In the UK, I know you were I'm going to say it, you were moaning that we weren't going to bring this to you. It was just for our HSN customers. However, I've managed to secure some as an exclusive for our Crafters TV customers here in the UK as well. You can order it in Europe. I know some people in Canada have said they're ordering it because they couldn't get it from HSN. So now we've got it. It's in stock, and a lot of the stock is already gone, but grab it now whilst we've got it. It's going to take us a long time to get it back in stock. It's fully adjustable as well on the neck and also around here, and you get the cloth. Well, Sara stole my cloth though, I'm afraid. Now I know Sara wants to share with us not only the cloth but also some of the wonderful finished samples from this collection.
That's my lovely cloth, right? Yes. Do you know, I found a picture of me and our Helen's wedding day. I found a scrapbook page done with it. Look at that, there she was. Wasn't she a gorgeous bride? A beautiful wedding dress. I'll find some more pictures and share them with you. I'll put them on my social page later. But let's have a look at that. So there it is there. Oh, I've put all my samples here, and there's loads and loads of them, right? So we've got this, there it is. Beautiful. I've got all my samples here. I've got kind of far too many, but just a few other ideas of what you could be doing. This one here, so it's just using that gorgeous paper pad, but then it's making a fabulous 3D card with another card going through the middle. This is one of Lindsay Stubbs. How amazing is that? A little bit of flower forming on the front, but a whole 3D card threaded through another 3D card there. Wow. So that you can see it, right? Now, yes, Joe, you were saying about that embossing folder. I've picked out loads of my favourite samples using that embossing folder. So you can see just how detailed it is. Lovely with a little bit of inking on. This here, by the way, is one of the collage stamp sets that we've got as well that you and I have had on recently, Joe. Now, there's them gorgeous little roses. So this one here is smaller rose than what I've done, and it just goes in the centre of some fanned out the other way, and we've got that die cutting on the top and on, let's have a look, this one's just got folded over in my little box here, but it's good on the top of the card and on the top of the front. Looks beautiful, that. Now, if you're going for the foiling, that is, oh, hey, look at this rose. And it's still held its shape, even though it's been in the box and been to America and back. So you've got two little buds with the little flower in the corner. There's that foil piece that I showed you with the stamps around it. Another one with that lovely rose on. You see, you need this rose to be able to do these. You need that flower forming set. Those of you who've got massively into flower forming now. This is just with a little bit of that pink metallic ink pad that we had on earlier today. A nice, very, very basic, very, very simple frame for you to work from. If you go for the wax seal, it is an extra, because we know not everybody's into this. If you go for the wax seal, there is that beautiful heart wax seal. So I used it obviously on to close off my envelope, but it's nice on your cards as well. Just using some of the cardstock, you know, with it. I love this idea, the cardstock done like a double layer frame in there. Here's another one with the embossing folder that we've got, just with a little bit of ink, just picking up the highlights. This has been inked all the way around, all of this stuff. And then last one, because I know I could be like on forever showing samples here, Joe, but how beautiful is that with those edgeables coming in from the side? Look, absolutely beautiful. There's loads you can do with the Garden of Love. It's one of my, all the signature collections we've done, I would say it's one of the classiest we've ever done. It's just going to be brilliant for you to work with. Or if you don't want to go for the whole collection, just pick and choose your flower forming, your embossing, your edgeable, whatever works for you, or the whole collection if you can't decide.
Absolutely. I think you're going to want a whole collection though. 70% of that collection has gone, so do be quick for it. Now, we have a craft vault. Let me think what days we have a craft vault. On a Monday, we have one on a Tuesday, we have one on a Wednesday. We don't do one on a Thursday.
Because it's cartload day.
Which is like one big craft vault, isn't it? Yeah, and we also have them on a Friday too, as well for you. But the ones you hold out for and the ones you wait for is the buy one, get two free. That is the super juicy bonus one that you will hold out for. And that was today. So we wouldn't normally bring the craft vault back into the evening shows, but they were so popular. So I want to just pick out the top three that you've got. So your favourite one of your favourite top three was this deal, which has the luxury matte mirror cardstock included in it as well. So you buy the mirror cardstock, which is gorgeous. You've got it in the purple, the silver, the blue, and the black. You don't often see a black mirrored cardstock, which is fantastic. $9.99 is a great price for that. However, today, what you get is you get two freebies as well. So you're going to get this one here. This is the Dream Stamp and Die. You can use this as part of a concept by popping it into an aperture. You can use it as an edgeable as well if you want to, and you've got the stamps in there to use with it too. Then what you've got as well is this beautiful alphabet stamp collection. You've got 75 stamps just in that collection alone, so you've got great value within this. $9.99, you buy that, you buy one,
you get two free.
Absolutely, you do. Now, something else that's always popular is our layering stamps. Now, in this collection, what you're getting is you're buying the Floral Cascade layering stamp. Now, the great thing is about these layering stamps is that you've got loads of different ways of which you can use them. So here's 4 ways you can use them immediately, depending on how you put them together. I think you can use them individually as well. So another 3 looks there for you. So you buy that for $9.99, and then what we're going to give you is we're going to give you the I've forgotten the name of this. Blooming Lilies, that's what it is. This
Don't
one
be
here.
rude about my lilies.
Lilies are my absolute favourite. And this is a really lovely die. You can cut that in whichever colourway you wish. And then what else we've got is the Love Sentiment die. And it's those great sentiments that have got the ability to cut the outside edge, but also separate that outside edge that you cut too. So loads you can do there. $12.99, you buy that. You get those 2 free, which is fabulous. And finally, the last one, if you've got a foiling machine, maybe you've just gone for the foiling items today, we've got our radiating foil, stamp and cut dies. Oh, I managed to get there. I always say these wrong. And this one is Thank You that you've got just here. Now that's $14.99 on its own, but today, when you buy this, you're also going to get Chakra, which is this one here, and this is a wonderful stamp that you can colour up if you want to, or you can use it with a die, or you can use a die separately. You've got loads of different options with that, and you're also going to get another one of those beautiful sentiment dies, this time with the words cherish on there. So great to be able to go for that one. $14.99 is what you'd normally pay just for the foil stamp and cut die. However, today you get all 3. If you want to go back and shop for the rest of the craft vault, pop along to the website. I think it's in this show, isn't it, as well? In our Creative Craving show, click in, you'll see all, I think there were 6 deals in the craft vault today, and they're all tagged with the craft vault logo, so you can see exactly what you've got going on there. Sara, can I say, have the most fabulous birthday tomorrow, whatever you're getting up to. I'm sure it's not a great deal with things the way they are.
It's a busy day. I'm homeschooling. Homeschooling, and I've said we're going to take, this morning I was on Create and Craft and I was doing the shaped card dies, and I said I'm going to take the shaped card dies home and we're going to make some little NHS thank you cards for there's a couple of doctors and nurses live on our street, so I thought, oh, that would be lovely. Do you know what, I'll plan that. I'll plan to show you that. We'll try and get it planned into one of our shows. I think we've got next week's shows planned out, but then maybe it's the week after I'll plan to do that as a demo.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Happy birthday from all of us here.
Thank
we'll
you.
see you back here bright and early for Colour Me Happy on Friday.
Looking forward to it already. It's going to be a classiques special. I've got all my classiques to take home with me to go through everything ready, to get everything ready for Friday morning.
How exciting. I'll see you back here tomorrow with Leanne, double cartload up in the morning. I hope you have a great day if you're over in the US. I hope you have a fabulous evening if you're here in the UK or in Europe. Until tomorrow, bye.